Beneath the temples, bathhouses, and arenas of ancient Rome, people hid thin sheets of lead etched with desperate prayers, curses, and spells. These were the Defixiones, or cursed tablets, and they were Rome's dark magic in everyday life. Jealous lovers, betrayed friends, and rival athletes would write names on these tablets, asking the gods, or demons, to strike enemies blind, ruin their beauty, or even bring death. Some were buried with the dead, others were nailed to tombs or tossed into sacred springs, meant to reach the underworld, and many were written in twisted, magical Latin, so only the spirits would understand. These weren't just words, they were weapons of the heart, used in secret by slaves, nobles, and even senators. One reason for this was the malleability of the metal, as mentioned earlier, allowing the inscriber to shape it and bend it as they wrote. But there was another practical reason behind the choice of lead. The resulting impressions were then treated with acid to make them darker and easier to see. It was full of archaic words and phrases that were taken from older sources, and was considered to be more powerful because of this. The language they use may sound strange to us now, but it was once a powerful tool in the hands of ancient Romans. For instance, one found in the ruins of Herculaneum shows the desperation of a mother whose son has been conscripted into military service. They provide us with a unique glimpse into the daily lives, beliefs, and concerns of the people who live there. Curses directed at neighbors, fellow shopkeepers, or fellow athletes indicate the kinds of problems that everyday Romans faced. They give us insight into the social norms and expectations of Roman society. For instance, curses concerning the fidelity of spouses suggest that infidelity was a common problem in Roman relationships. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel to learn more about ancient history. I hope you learned something new and will apply it next time you're in Rome. Until next time, remember that history is everywhere. Similarly, curses aimed at protecting property show the importance of material possessions in Roman culture and the constant threat of theft and damage. They show us that life in ancient Rome wasn't just about gladiators and emperors, but was also made up of the everyday experiences of ordinary people. Cursed tablets reveal the values and priorities of Roman society. For example, the number of tablets concerned with protecting family members shows how important family was to Roman culture. Many of the curses are directed at protecting children, parents, siblings, and other relatives, demonstrating the deep bonds of loyalty and obligation that existed within Roman families. She writes, "Oh, Jupiter, protect my son in the army. Let him be victorious in battle and return home safely." The large number of curses addressed to gods and goddesses demonstrate the central role that religion played in Roman life. The tablets also provide evidence of the syncretism that characterized Roman religion, which blended elements of different cultures and belief systems. The use of foreign deities and the mixing of local cults with those imported from other regions is evident in many of the curses, reflecting the cosmopolitan nature of Roman society. The cursed tablet reveals the anxieties and fears of the time, including the dangers of military service. They offer us a unique window into the beliefs, values, and everyday experiences of the people who lived there. By studying these tablets, we can better understand the complex and often contradictory nature of Roman culture and the people who shaped it, which must have been a source of constant worry for the families of soldiers. One example is the so-called Tablet of Curses against Pythagoras, which dates back to the 2nd century AD. It is a lead tablet that was found in the Roman Forum and is covered in a variety of curses written in that mysterious black magic, Latin. One of the curses in particular stands out. It reads, "By the great god Jupiter, and by all the gods of the underworld, I fixed this lead upon Pythagoras so that he may not recover his eyesight." Another cursed tablet found near the Roman Colosseum tells the story of two rival athletes who competed in chariot racing. The tablet reads, "I nail you to the cross, vile charioteer, and may your body be dragged along the ground." The curses on this tablet reflect the intensity and sometimes violent nature of competition in ancient Rome using this special. Latin was a way of tapping into the ancient roots of Roman culture and tradition. By invoking these ancient words and phrases, people were connecting themselves to a long line of Romans who had come before them. It was a way of giving their curses more power and authority. So not only were these tablets a unique window into the beliefs and superstitions of ancient Rome, they were also a testament to the power of language and the ways in which people use words to shape their world. Sometimes other materials like wax were used to enhance the visibility of the inscriptions. To keep the tablets from getting lost to history, archaeologists have discovered many of them. They were found buried at the bottom of springs and wells, tucked away in private homes, and even hidden inside the walls of ancient buildings. Many of them were found in the Villa of the Mysteries near Pompeii, suggesting that cursed tablets weren't just a part of everyday life, but were also used in more formal rituals. One of the largest collections of Defixiones comes from the sanctuary of the Lares at the foot of the Palatine Hill, a place where Romans went to seek the help of household gods to protect their homes and families. Here, hundreds of lead tablets were found buried in jars, each containing a prayer or curse meant to influence the behavior of family members, neighbors, and even servants. The discovery of these tablets gives us insight into the kinds of problems ordinary Romans faced. From dealing with noisy neighbors to worrying about the fidelity of their spouses, they also show the importance of family and the lengths to which Romans would go to protect their loved ones. Lead was associated with the underworld and the spirits that inhabited it. This connection to the realm of the dead made it an ideal material for communicating with spirits and influencing them to carry out the will of the living. Additionally, lead was thought to have protective qualities, warding off evil spirits and curses itself. This protective aspect of lead may have contributed to its use in creating amulets and other magical objects, further cementing its role in Roman magic. In Rome, if a sword didn't reach you, a curse might. Their solution was lead, thin sheets of which could be rolled up and unrolled for reuse. They would roll them up when they wanted to move them around or hide them, and then flatten them out when they wanted to actually write on them. This was a handy and durable writing surface that could last for a long time. The cursed tablets of ancient Rome are some of history's most potent glimpses into the hearts and minds of its citizens. Often no bigger than a sheet of paper, these thin sheets of lead were inscribed with powerful names, incantations, and imprecations, all in an effort to hurt someone else. They were hidden under statues, thrown into sacred springs, or buried in the ground around Rome. Today, more than 600 have survived, offering us a unique look into the beliefs and superstitions that shaped Roman culture. But what do they tell us about life in ancient Rome? How did they work? And what can they teach us about human nature across the ages? It's me. Welcome to my channel. Join me to explore ancient Rome and uncover what the cursed tablets reveal about this ancient world. The idea of cursing someone is universal, but how people go about it varies widely across cultures. Ancient Rome was no exception. Roman curses could be muttered, written down, or even thrown as objects like broken pottery. But for more serious situations, Romans turned to magic, and the primary tools of Roman magic were the cursed tablets, also called The word defixio comes from the Latin verb defixio, meaning fastened to, referring to the way the tablets were affixed to surfaces or buried in the ground. These tablets often featured a written spell, sometimes combined with other symbolic items such as a nail or a red object. Romans believed that by writing down a curse, they were giving it power. Writing gave the curse permanence, making it real in a way that spoken curses weren't. By etching their curses onto lead, Romans were tapping into the malleability of the material. Lead was seen as a metal that could bend and change shape easily, making it the perfect medium for capturing the intangible power of a curse. The material of choice for these tablets was lead. While we think of paper and ink today, the Romans had no such easy writing materials. These tablets were usually written with a stylus, a sharp instrument used to puncture holes in the soft lead. Many of these cursed tablets were written with a particular type of Latin called defixio, a form of the language that was used in magic and religious contexts. Let's take a closer look at some of these cursed tablets and the contents they hold. But not all cursed tablets are about harming others. Some of them are personal, pleas for help or protection. Now let's talk about what these tablets tell us about life in ancient Rome. They also shed light on the tensions and conflicts that arose in everyday life. Finally, the cursed tablets revealed the religious beliefs and practices of ancient Rome. The cursed tablets of ancient Rome are a rich and fascinating source of information about life in the ancient world. Thanks for joining me on this journey through ancient Rome.